The authors categorize foreign sources by how they are obtained: scanning type, tracking type, surveillance type, topical collection, and complete set collection, access to which is described in terms of an elaborate search theory. The efficiency of collection is assessed then by numerical probability values, such as the probability of collecting the needed information within the period of time stipulated by the consumer, the mathematical expectation of the amount of the needed information that will be collected within the period of time stipulated by the consumer, and the mathematical expectation of the amount of time required to collect the needed information, etc. They go on to propose a collection taxonomy based on media type, the level of processing, technical nature of the content, its field of application, transmission means, user demands, time constraints, level of expectation, the information's predictability, whether the sources are internal, Chinese, or external, foreign, specialized or synthesized, organized or diffuse, the level of compression, accuracy of content, and the probability of its existing at all. Everything is tagged and binned, nothing is overlooked. Source evaluation is based on an indexing scheme that takes into account reliability, suitability, timeliness, availability, cost, and ease of decoding. A number of formulas are proposed to quantify these evaluations. An entire chapter 6 is given to explaining transmission channels for information, what to do with it after you get it. For example, serial, centralized, ring, bilateral, and mutual, each having its own advantages or drawbacks for passing information from collectors to user. Other characteristics such as time, capacity, susceptibility to interference, and of course, security are also discussed. The technical nature of science and technology materials, the sophisticated requirements of consumers, and the rigors of scientific collection demand a professional cadre of open source specialists working constantly according to fixed collection policies. By the author's count, these workers populate some 4,000 intelligence organizations throughout all of China. This figure roughly matches the ISTIC officials' estimates cited above for the mid 1980s of 412 major science and technology intelligence institutes, another 3,000 basic cells, and an undisclosed number of science and technology novelty search centers. To clarify their topics, Huo and Wang give examples of real sources they have used. They acknowledge the Lockheed Corporation with its dialogue database online dissemination system. They also describe the AD reports sold by the US National Technical Information Service, NTIS. US military standards are highly valued. The US Naval Printing and Publishing Center sells them in book form, while the American National Standards Institute sells them both in book and film form. The US Information Processing Service Corporation sells them in cassette film form, while the Global Engineering Documents Company in the United States can output a section or sections of the military standards data in book form, depending on the user's specific requirements. The People's Republic of China open source collectors are enjoined to learn the information output periods of foreign sources and to scrutinize publication schedules, especially plans to declassify secret materials. One such case involved a nuclear weapons data handbook published in the United States. The first volume was published in January 1984, and while it was originally determined that the next one published would be Volume 3, the publication plan was again adjusted so that they issued Volume 2 in April 1987. There are some science and technology personnel who are anxiously waiting to read this series. Under response time to user needs, we find, take for example, when you want to buy a publication of the US Congress that has already been issued openly. Buying it through an information source like the China National Publications Import and Export Corporation takes about 1 year before you receive it. Buying it overseas through an information source such as an institution with an overseas office generally takes about 2 to 3 months before you get it. However, using the express collection method of a certain document company, in general, you will get the material in 2 to 3 weeks.